This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Right now, you can get 20% off your whole project, and additional savings are yours to control too. Like how the more windows you buy, the more you save, with up to $250 off each when you buy 10 or more. That's right, each. At $0 down, 0 payments, and no interest for 18 months to boot. Visit renewalbyandersen.com before this deal ends at the end of July. A bill that would ban cell phone use during school has advanced. In more bill news, this one would make happy hour longer. Public school superintendents got paid almost $83 million total last year. Finally, perfume captures the scent of a city. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. A bill that would ban cell phone use during school has advanced in the Senate, reports PennLive. This podcast has previously covered this bill, which was able to move forward on Wednesday thanks to a 45-5 vote. If passed, kids would be required to lock their phones up during the school day, not only to keep them from being distracted, explained sponsor Senator Ryan Almond, but also to give them a mental health break from social media. The Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency School Safety and Security Commission, too, would give funding to schools to receive secure cell phone lockable bags to adhere to the ban under the proposal. Further information regarding this bill remains pending. Speaking of bills, one that would expand happy hour also passed through the Senate this week, reports 6ABC. The proposal would specifically amend a liquor code that would allow for places to increase total happy hour hours from 14 to 24 per week. It would also allow spots to permanently keep outdoor seating areas and allow for discounted combo meals with adult beverages. This bill is on its way to the House. In total, superintendents at Pennsylvania's public schools got paid almost $83 million last year, states the Bucks County Courier-Times. According to the State Education Department's annual individual salary report, half of these superintendents made up to over $150,000. The highest paid was Superintendent Tony Watlington of the Philadelphia City School District, who makes $340,000 a year. Perfumology is a fragrance store in Philadelphia's Old City neighborhood, begins 6ABC. And in order to pay homage to the city that it's in, the store's owners, Near and Tali Guy, decided to create scents that represent Philadelphia with the brands that they partner with. There's Philly Blunt, which, quote, begins with a hint of sweet tobacco. Or the simply named Philadelphia, which emits, quote, the crisp and fruity notes of Philly's beloved ice water. Philadelphia listeners, what do you think about these smells? Email me at todayinpa@PennLive.com. That wraps up today's episode. Hope you all had a wonderful 4th. To stay up to date over the weekend, drop by PennLive.com, and please don't forget to rate this podcast and to share it with anyone you think would like it too. Thanks in advance, and as always, thanks for sticking with us. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll be back next week for more Today in PA. This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Right now, you can get 20% off your whole project, and additional savings are yours to control too. Like how the more windows you buy, the more you save, with up to $250 off each when you buy 10 or more. That's right, each. At $0 down, 0 payments, and no interest for 18 months to boot. Visit renewalbyandersen.com before this deal ends at the end of July.